Give me fire, give me that which I desire.
And we are back for race number 2 in Xfinity. Welcome to Homestead for round 2. Second race in a row at Homestead. We did trucks last night. We're doing Xfinity tonight. No new entries. However, everyone now has a sponsor. So we got, along with the new names to go with, we got a whole new rack of sponsorships to remember. So if I kind of screw up the announcing tonight, that is probably why. I got my cheat sheet in front of me, so hopefully that helps. But yeah, expect a little bit of slow announcing just because I'm still getting used to all these new cars. It should be another good race tonight. Last night's race was exceptional, especially the finish. Pit strategy is going to be around 30 to 35 laps. We're doing 67 laps tonight, so we're looking at around 2 stops likely for all the drivers if it stays green. Just wrapping up practice now. We can see Matt Moss was leading the charts by a couple hundredths, and got Jamie Watts right there, Hope Torres, of course, first round winner Nicholas King. I don't see him anywhere in the top 28.
Drivers, to your cars.
Be wrong. I might have missed him. So many Kings in the field. I mean, this race and the... Oh, there he is in 8th place. So Yeah, he's looking good as well. See if he can retain his points lead. But we're gonna get into qualifying. Out for Hope Torres takes the pole, so it's been all VRM Motorsports so far this season. Can't remember who was in on pole at Daytona, but their VRM's looking quite good right now. Who else? Sorry, who else do we have? Got Ron Marks, got Caleb Lane, Archie McDonald, Luke Grubb running out your top 5, Vince Curtis, Dominic Hall, Alex Jarvie, Dane Garrett, and is that I think I made a mistake with my cheat sheet. Is that Jamie Carr? I think so. I sorry Keith, I gotta Jack Carr. There we go. I definitely have something different. Oh no, sorry, I was looking at the truck sheet. Sorry, you have Jason Donovan in the 84 trucks. My mistake. Again, we're still learning here. I got a lot of names to memorize. But we got Jack Carr rounding out your top 10. So it looks pretty exciting. Let's get into it. I think the whole field is, well, with the exception of Jamie Watts there, who seemed to have some issues in qualifying, the whole field is 5/10 separated. So it's going to be very close, just like yesterday. See if that turns into some issues on the track, as we saw with the V8 and truck last night. Not gonna rehash that for any of the owners, but it didn't end well. Those two drivers. Let's see what happens tonight. Is on pole. Head to the lap. Here we go. Hear what the ticker's doing right now. Acting up as usual, but I think I caught it just in time. And there we go. Alright, back to the form. As I said, we have a bunch of new paint schemes to go through in this race. I'll kind of do it like I did last night, where once we go green, I'll kind of just go through the field and go through the new paints as the race progresses. We got a little longer race tonight than last night, so it won't be as rushed. Very colorful cars out on the track right now. I really like how everyone's kind of progressing with their paint skills. Everything looks great. We are green. Hope Torres leads us. If memory serves correctly, Hope did win the race at Homestead in trucks last season, so she's picked up right where she left off here, and that setup is definitely transferred over. Alright, Keith, long race. Qualifying is... There's no money in qualifying or points, so you're fine. Dave Grubb looks for the lead early. Who's going to get the first lap led? I think Hope might have just squeezed that one out. Just. One by 100th. And Dave is getting some help from Dominic Hall. 85. Of course, we saw Dave in the Mountain Dew colors last week. And now we got Dominic Hall in that red 85. Sputnik V vaccine promotion is still on there, but not as apparent. Ooh, a bit of 85 got a little loose there. Teammate underneath him, Zane Garrett, in that Auto Trader Supra. And as I was saying, Dominic Hall is in the Sheets Supra. I believe Sheets is like a gas station shop type of thing, if I'm not mistaken. Got the 89 car of Archie McDonald, Scott's Turf Builder Chevrolet. Kind of like how this one kind of came out there. Keep my own horn. Like the colors there, the green, the fluorescent yellow color numbers I usually do kind of work well with the green base. See Jack Carr in the 84, which is sponsored by Kraft primarily, but looks like he went with the Mio Energy brand for that one. I'm really glad nobody uses the same brand for Kraft, because there's so many there. So I'm loving the creativity so far. Let's go down a little bit. We got the 31 of, that'll be Thomas Cook in the Brandt Chevrolet. Familiar colors with Xfinity. Brandt has been sponsored for that, or in that series for quite some time, as far as I can remember anyway. He kind of went with a little bit of a twist on that scheme there. Kind of like black with the red is pretty cool. I like it. Almost look like corn, like rows of corn. Kind of look at it closely. Pretty cool. Like it. Good job, Vince. Of course, we can't forget the 48 Exalta Chevrolet. That's kind of weird to see and kind of weird to call out. Of it's gonna be Mike Atkinson. Of course, Exalta, one of my favorite sponsors personally. You had noticed from the rest of my cars, they usually have the Exalta logo on there, so kind of cool what Matt did with that one. What else we got there? We showed the Menards car already at Daytona, so Wayne King, the WK Racing entry there. Of course, it's very familiar paint scheme with pretty much all series of NASCAR. You'll recognize that one right away. Of course, we have another Scott's car. This one's in the Hustler Racing camp. But he went with the Weed and Feed brand on that, so pretty cool for Dave to kind of mix it up with Scott's. A different product. Of course, Mike Carroll at actually, sorry, it's Brendan McLaughlin, but Mike Carroll owns this one. Single car entry. Brendan McLaughlin's going for Rookie of the Year, as you can see with those rookie stripes there. And Fiverr is the main sponsor with that car. Fiverr, I want to say, is like business consulting. Or I don't think it's web hosting. I think it's primarily like business consulting. Kind of a cool site if you guys ever want to check it out. Checked it out a little bit. We got Kyle Simpson there in the Wendy's Chevrolet. I don't know if Wendy's has ever sponsored in NASCAR, but I think they should. If there is a Wendy's car, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it was pretty cool. Like I always like the retro logos. But I think I did an okay job with that one. It kind of reminds me of like what are those popsicles called? Like the Rocket Pops or something? With the blue, red, and white. I don't know, that's the first thing that came to mind when I finished this car. But anyway, that's that. Let's keep going. Got the 69 Yellow Freight Toyota Supra, and that's going to be driven by Sophie Gallagher. Kind of cool. It's like a tiger print almost. Looks familiar, but also kind of different at the same time, so I like what the owner Vlad did with that one. Nice work. Of course, the two of Freddie John. The motor couldn't get that car wrapped in time, but he is sponsored by roofclaim.com, so that delivery will be coming shortly. And looks like we missed somebody there, the Nicholas King, last week's winner, the Twitter Dodge Charger. A little different sponsor there. You know, I figured there's a TikTok sponsor in Xfinity, so why can't there be Twitter? Nice work with that one. What else we got? We already covered the Auto Trader. We got the Gear Wrench Ford Mustang there, driven by Sebastian Alonso. Highly touted free agent. I believe Jess was approached by at least one team owner for a cash bribe, if you will, for his contract signing rights. I'm not going to say who it was, but I was told by Jess that it was refused, and he wanted to keep him on the team. He believes he can get the work done this season, so let's see if he can produce what was offered in cash to Jess. So interesting to see how that develops. Of course, we have that bright red Dodge. Those colors are very familiar with me. I grew up watching NASCAR in the early 2000s. This brings back so many memories. Patricia DeLeon rocking the Mopar Dodge. I think that's a Dodge dealer's type paint right there. That car will be super easy to spot in future races. Can't miss that fire engine red. Pretty cool. Who else we got? We got cars shifting all over the place. We got the 13 there of Ron Marks in the Subway Ford Mustang. I love the Subway cars back in the day. They were always cool. Nice work on that one, Dave. Again, of course, the bright colors always suit you. And we got the first of the, I think the first of the T-Mobile cars. I think there's two of them out there, and actually they're both fairly close on track right now, so you can kind of compare and see what the owners did. One went with like a pink and black type of scheme, and the other one went with a pink and white with some black hints there. I like them both. I didn't think they'd both go with pink, to be honest with you. I thought at least one of them would go more of a traditional black with some pink highlights, but they're definitely easy to spot on the track if you guys are watching. Can't miss them. Of course, we're not going to miss that 82 Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shops Ford Mustang driven by Jamie Watts. Pretty cool color. It's got the black at the front and kind of fades to white as the car goes along. Of course, we saw Matt Moss's car already at Daytona, the Domino's Chevrolet pizza delivery car. Love it. It looks like Hope Torres has kind of faded back since I started this whole thing. She's 25th. Yikes. What a drop in 18 laps. There's the number 6 of Elliot Carpentier, as we have some drama on the track. The number 4, it's going to be Zane Garrett, is going to retire, likely with some engine issues. Is he going to be able to get that back to pit road before... looks like he's going to stop on the track. Of course, we lost the camera there. Is that going to bring out the yellow? I can't see the race car. It looks like still green, as Zane has made it back to the pits now. I'm going to kind of go back to where my place was. Of course, we saw Liam Tanner right there. Excellent finish at Daytona. Or sorry, it would have been an excellent finish. He on pole, if I'm not mistaken. At Daytona, leaf filter, Dodge Challenger. So they went with a different model of Dodge this time. Of course, we have the 18 here. Eliza Racing entry of Zach Ross in the Meyer Toyota Supra. Nice simple paint there, kind of looks almost retro. I like it. And then followed by the 92, and that's going to be driven by newcomer Turner Madden. First race of the season. Quebec Nordiques was the theme behind this one. Looking for a sponsor after tonight's race, so we'll see if he can grab something. Of course, we have some of the AI guys right here, all kind of in a row. They're a bit weaker than I imagined. Could have made them a little stronger, I guess. Carlos Perez looks like he had a rough start to this race. He's already a lap down. Not sure what happened, but to get another good finish. I think he did well at Daytona. He's already a lap down, but if there's a big accident, he'll make up some places. He's just kind of riding around early tonight. Unfortunately, we're on lap 23 now of 67, so we're getting close to first round of pit stops. As we have, I think that's Kyle Simpson up front now, being shoved aside for Mr. King. But he's going to lead that one. top of my list so I can kind of see what's going on. That number 1 car running strong. Last night, the team car, Guillermo Alvarez, pretty much dominated the whole night. Looks like team owner Vince Curtis is following in his footsteps, staying up front early in this race. We have Nicholas King right up there again. He's looking for 2 in a row. Dodges look pretty strong. I mean, there's not a lot of them in the field here, but for whatever it's worth, they're performing well. Keith Grubb looks like a strong contender as well. He was, I believe, 3rd qualifying, and he's pretty much stayed in the top 5 since we went green. 33 gets pushed by the 85 to the front yet again. This lead pack is really bunched up, and then they kind of string out afterwards. Top 10 or top 15 are all kind of packed together, and you got the stragglers behind them hoping to not lose the draft. Like, they kind of string out all the way down to 25th, and then there's a bit of a gap in the 6 and the 18. We should string out a little more once we have our first round of stops. We'll see what happens tonight with those. As we saw yesterday, the hitting earlier definitely helps with the traffic avoidance. That'll gain you some spots and a lot of time. However, for the long run, you kind of saw those guys that pit earlier kind of fade throughout the stint. He was there 4 wide at Homestead. The 1 car, Vince Curtis, is going to back out of that early. Smart call. Guys are slicing and dicing. Pretty risky moves this early on in the race. That 89 car get a little wobbly. Close calls there. Guys are racing very hard this early on in the stint, and since we're so close to pit stops, I'm just going to watch these stops as they happen, and we're going to find out what happened to Carlos Perez, because Brad wants to hear what happened there. Got a smoker on the track. It's going to be the 29 of Alonso. And oh no, that's 2 bad races in a row for him. Not what the Avalanche Territory Racing Team wants to see. That's a very bad start to the season. Very unlucky. Of course, we saw Alonso get absolutely annihilated in Daytona. He just kind of didn't slow down towards a wreck and just pile drived into the 5 car. Looks like the 29 is out. Have pit stops starting, at least for the back markers, and now the leaders are coming down, at least the first group of leaders. Looks about 50-50. Be very interesting to see. Strategy kind of pays off. I'm going to say short term, this group is going to probably be up front, and then as the stint goes on, I'll say that second pack might catch up and maybe even take over the lead. Ooh, looks like the 89 and 85 car had some contact. Sorry. The 85 and the 89 looks like the 89 kind of just rear ends the 85. One gets out clean. Before had a great stop. Up a little bit of ground there as we're going to cycle around to second group of cars. 26 was close to the front there. He should be on his way. we go. This will be the race off pit road. Still haven't seen that first group of cars come around just yet, but the service road is quite slow here, so let's see how that works out. Still looking for that first group, and there's Dave coming around. Looks like he's gonna take the lead over fairly easy. See, the speed difference from this angle is quite significant. 69 car was the second one off of pit road. Looks like the 26 will retain the lead for those pit stops. Excellent stop by that 2016 6 car of Late Carpentier, just coming off pit road now. This is your race for the lead. Not sure if anyone stayed out a couple more laps. 9 looks a little bit slow. Have 2 DNFs so far tonight. 38 cars remaining. Everyone who's still running is on the lead lap, so that's a good thing if caution were to come out. Bunch up the field nicely. So next stop will be interesting to see if they can break it in half, or if they're going to just do a splash and go, maybe 2 tires. I don't think 4 tires would be the way to go. Didn't make up enough time. 26, 33, and 84 all nose to tail. Second group close behind. One straggler there, the 85 of Hall. And we got like the majority of the group kind of trailing now. 82 is about 4.25 seconds behind the leaders. I feel like once they bunch up, they might make up some of that time. A lot of cars in this pack. Have the speed. The 3 car of Carlos Perez does not seem to be case. Looks like Carlos might have made a green flag stop earlier than everyone, because now he's showing 16th. They'll have older tires than everyone else, that's for sure. I'm just gonna go back quickly and take a look and see what happened to our boy Perez. Made a pit stop earlier than lap 10. There. Lap 9, that's kind of a strange lap to come down pit road, and he didn't even take any tires or anything. It was just looked like a gas and go. Kind of went down pit road, no tires, and off he went. Those tires are 39 laps old now. Doing him any favors, he'll be very slow. He needs a caution to come out now. By my calculations, he should need to come down pit road pretty much this lap or within the next 2 laps to make it. But he will not have to stop anymore after this, so it'll be interesting. He'll have fresher tires now than everyone. Yes, here he comes now. So this is an interesting strategy, kind of almost like a road course, if you will. He's kind of doing the race backwards. Maybe this is foreshadowing for us to see what happens to the leaders, maybe with 9 laps to go. They'll just come in and gas up. So he's going to need 4 tires, that's without a doubt. At those tires the whole race. We're going to follow back with Dave Grubb until Carlos becomes relevant again. He'll go lap down right there. Hopefully no more than that. Reports from Keith saying the 6 might make it on 1 stop. He did stretch it more than anyone else. He was the last one off pit road. I think he came down on lap 30. Was it 33? So that'll be... Wouldn't that be something if the 6 could make it on one stop? Right there in 11th right now with the freshest tires of anyone. Only, how many seconds back is he? He's only 5.5 seconds back, so... If he saves some fuel, you know, kind of half throttles it down the straightaway in the draft, he should be able to make it. 6 cars driven by Elliot Carpentier and Galiza Racing entries, so those Galiza entries are trying some different strategy tonight. We got one driver who kind of doing the race backwards, and then the other one's just trying to go for the Hail Mary strategy. And then you got the third one, Zach Ross, who's kind of just following everyone else. So they got 3 cars on 3 strategies. Fantastic stuff. If this works out for one of them, it'll definitely be worth it. And see some of the leaders coming up on some lap traffic for the first time tonight. I think that's going to be our boy Carlos right there in the 93, so he's going to be 2 laps down if they can catch and pass him. Of course, Carlos will be on almost 10 lap pressure tires, so it'll be interesting to see if they can pass him once they catch him. They should be able to catch him because of the draft, but if they'll be able to pass him or not. See this lead group here kind of starting to bunch up now. It's gone from 3 cars to 5. That second tier group in around 2.5 seconds behind. A couple of Toyotas in the mix. Speaking of manufacturers, we got 2 Fords up front who have been struggling a little bit. Of course, we're only 3 races total this season, but they haven't fared too well in trucks, and I think they were 4th or 3rd in the Daytona race overall in manufacturers. So a bit slower start for the Fords this season. We got a Dodge in 3rd and a Chevy in 4th and 5th, and then we got our first Toyota here in 6th. Gonna be the 69 car. We got 3 Toyotas, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Got a little bit of reinforcements if another one of those Sovitech engines goes. 69 and 85 are teammates, but their 3rd car, the 4 car, retired early with camshaft issues. Hi Dave, you're doing good. I'm not trying to curse you too badly, but decent strategy going. Been up front most of the night. As for the rest of your team, not bad, but not great either. You guys are, like, your second car is right here, the 23 of Alfred Soto. He is coming 15th. I'm going to go a little further back. 23rd, Ron Marks. Subway car, followed, leading the 89 there of Donald. Got the other Kraft car. I don't think I mentioned this one earlier. Sorry about that. But we got Andrew Johnson here in the Oreo Chevrolet. Nice to see Oreo back on the car in Xfinity. Been a while. Did a good job with this one. Got big plans to change it up every couple races or so, so don't get used to seeing the Oreo car out there. Although I do like this one, it was a solid choice. Let's see what else Matt has in store. Kraft, I should say, for their marketing this season. So back up front now. Got the leaders, the top 5. It's like the 2 leaders up here, the 84 and the 33, are kind of separating themselves from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th cars. They have now caught Carlos Perez, who is on that alternate strategy. As I mentioned earlier, he's kind of doing the race backwards. Pit on lap 9, and then again on lap 40. He should make it the rest of the way, but he is on the verge of going 2 laps down now. Could be a good strategy, could be a bad one. We'll see shortly, as these guys will be down pit road in about 10 laps or less. At least most of them anyway. That 6 car is car in question. I'm very curious to see if he can make it now. My guess is no. Yeah, I don't like doing things like that. Even if they can make it, they'll probably just play it safe. But if I'm wrong, that 6 car will win by a large margin. Wonder if there's anyone else that came down pit road with the 6. It'd be interesting, but I'm fairly sure the 6 was the first car out of pit road that late. So we'll see. Like the 84 is pretty much stuck behind the 93 as I kind of predicted. It's the fresher tires for the 93 draft. It's very difficult to pass here, especially with the tires. Just gonna play cat and mouse now for a little while until it's time to go down the pits, and then we'll let the pit crews do all the talking. Of course, I don't think anyone's updated their pit crew in Xfinity yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think everyone's pretty much bare bones stock on that. Got a couple of chassis and engine upgrades and aero. Nothing significant like trucks just yet, but enough for some of these teams to kind of get an upper hand. 93 catches the 8 of Josh Berry now. But him, well, sorry, 93 isn't a car, but he should make a nice gap for the 84 to kind of go under. Barely. Ooh, and that's just what the 33 needed. He's going to take the 84 on the inside now, using the 8 car as a pick. Now they're side by side for the lead. 1 into 3. Looks like the low line still has the advantage for now. They look to pass the 19 now, Brandon Jones. Can't wait for you to send me a bottle of some live wire north of the border. Free Mountain Dew if the 33 wins tonight. Of course, I'm sure Hughes Motorsports might match that offer with some Mio Energy. We go for either right about now. Pretty tired. 84 looking low. Just needs the draft. Get the move done, and the 93 is staying with 33. So he's going to control the pace for now. But we should see our leaders come down pit road within 4 laps now. 84 looks stronger, but 33 can keep up with the 84 behind him, and the 84 definitely wants to get around the 33 before these pit stops. Definitely an advantage being the first guy on pit road, I must say so. Just, having a whole pit road to yourself and nobody to slow down for or get checked up by is always helpful. Nice clean pit stall entry and exit. Nothing beats it. It's fantastic. Boost my heart rate up. Maybe that Monster Energy might dip in too. We got 3 drink sponsors kind of all in the picture now. Of course, the 93 is not leading, but might be a contender for the win before this is all over. We'll see. But it's nice to see a couple of energy drinks competing on the track. And yeah, Dave, I'm sorry, we don't have live wire in Canada. Is this like an energy version of Mountain Dew? I'm not sure. Or is it just different, like a different flavor? We'll have to see. I'm from Canada, you see, so we ain't got all these fancy sugar drinks up here. Just the good ones. Lap 61 now. Oh, okay, so it's just orange. Orange Mountain Dew? Or is it still green? Orange Mountain Dew. Jesus, it's probably like more sugary than Orange Crush. Ooh, best flavor. I don't know, I had Code Red. Code Red is pretty good. We were lucky enough to have Code Red up here. See this battle here for third. Now we got the 20, or sorry, the 9, the 26, and the 20, all trying to get around lap traffic. Looks like they're gonna get held up a little bit. We're gonna follow these 2 cars now because I think the 33 and 84 are on different strategies. The 33 pit a lap earlier the last time, so likely the case this time, as the 84 looks low now. Looks like he's going to finally get under the 33. Likely take that spot away. See, the 33 was waving his hand. He's coming down pit road, so just kind of let the 84 go. Mountain Dew Maple. Oh god, I hate maple flavored shit, man. Maple syrup's good, but that's about it. Ooh, both cars gonna pit down on the same lap, so let's watch this battle and hopefully get a better camera angle than this one. We have all the top 4 now on pit road together. 26 and 69 stayed out to lead at least one more lap. So we have 4 laps to go. So this will likely just be a splash and dash. Sorry, folks. 84 finished. Ooh, and gets rear-ended by the 1. And the 33 issues on pit road. Oh, the pit crew strikes again as the 89 and 85 collide on pit road again. That's the second time in a row, and looks like the 84 is out clean. And he'll have a large lead now, as that 69 is still on track. Could they be stretching at 26? Looks like he's coming down pit road now. Nicholas King, he's on pit road. 69 ducking down as well. 84 is your leader. Oh man, that's heartbreaking for the 33. He had a car to challenge the 82 or 84. I am stuck on pit road with these cars still trying to finish their pit stop. Sorry, guys. 84 unchallenged. That's Jack Carr. Just over a lap to go now, and this is going to be a easy victory the rest of the way if his car holds up. Jack Carr. And that Mio Energy Ford Mustang looks like he is unchallenged for the win. He's got about 2.6 seconds over second place, the 26 car. There goes the 26. That is the race for the lead officially. Four car passes the 26 of King. Sorry, I thought this was the lead lap, guys. My bad. 84 takes the white flag. 1.5 miles to go before Jack Carr's first victory in the Xfinity Series. He dominated most of the night. Once the first pit stop cycled through, it was pretty much just a battle between the 84 and 33 of Dave Grubb, but looks like Jack Carr got the better pit crew tonight. It's going to be Jack Carr to take Homestead and clinch his way to the playoffs. Nice work, Jack Carr. 26 finishes second. Nicholas King, so that is first and a second for Nicholas King this season. That is a perfect, near perfect start the season for this team. And Alex Jarvie, solid finish in third place. Dave Grubb rebounds from a poor pit stop in fourth. And it's like we had the 69 of Sophie Gallagher with a slightly alternative strategy. Rounding out your top 5. Another Sovitech entry right behind of Dominic Hall finishing 6th. Wayne King in 7th. Brandon McLaughlin and that single car entry team finishing 8th. Mike Atkinson 9th. And rounding out the top 10 was our wild card for the night, Elliot Carpentier. Not bad. A caution-free race. That was a quick one tonight. Yeah, that pit stop really cost the 33, and that wasn't a great stop, and that just proves to everybody that you gotta kind of upgrade your pit crews, because it comes down to moments like this where you may not have a chance to win every race, but get those green flag stops, which are pretty common with the AI, and things like that can happen. Got some notables here. Turner Madden in his first race. Looks like he'll come home 26th. Solid effort for that team. Their first attempt. Paul Erickson, the rookie, 11th. Who's our top rookie tonight? I think it's Brandon McLaughlin, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Good work for Brandon. Of course, Ford winning tonight. Interesting race. Quick one, but nice. Nice little Saturday shootout. Kind of see the final standings here before I upload those to Discord. Shetner Customs is expanding to pit crews now. That's the last thing we all wanted to see. Well, I mean, guys, kind of uneventful race. I guess that's better for most of the team owners. Unfortunate to see a couple guys suffer reliability issues. But yeah, that was race 2, Homestead. I think we're doing different races now between the trucks and Xfinity, at least for one round. We should be Vegas for Xfinity and Kansas for trucks, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check the schedule, but either way, it's going to be another speedway. Likely, what day is it? Saturday. Let's see, we'll shoot for maybe Monday, maybe like an afternoon Monday race. Haven't done one of those yet this season. It's all been night races, so we'll keep it fair for everyone. Mix it up. We'll do some afternoon races now. And we'll see you guys all in the truck series for the next one. I believe Kansas. Don't hold me to that, but it's definitely Speedway. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.